Thanks for joining me. Welcome back. Okay, so I already explained in the last video about the red light therapy. I did get a Metro brand red light, infrared light panel. So that is a big part of my daily routine. Also the treadmill, also therapy, and something that I was so excited about to share with everyone is Reiki. It is the peaceful way to health and relaxation. I have a pamphlet, and so what is Reiki? The awareness that an unseen energy flows through all living things and directly affects the quality of a person's health has been part of the wisdom of many cultures since ancient times. This life energy goes by many names. So anyhow, it's basically when your life energy is low, it is more difficult to deal with stress. You may not sleep well, you're more susceptible to illness. When your life energy is strong, you feel strong, you can more easily deal with stress and are less likely to get sick. Reiki is a technique that increases a person's supply of life energy. Since I've been going to Monica Fowler for my Reiki sessions, which I do about every other week with my therapy, it's been an incredible journey. I can't even put it into words. If you've had a Reiki session or you do it regularly with a qualified master, that's super important. The person doing it has to have the level of education and a degree and experience, and that's going to make or break your experience, in my opinion. Every session is different. There's no wrong session. Every time you go in for a Reiki session, it's going to be different. I've never had the same one twice, and I've had a lot. And there's days, I'll have a session and I just am like walking on air. I'm just full, completely full of joy and love, and it's crazy. I would encourage everyone, even if you don't believe, give it a shot. If you don't like it, you don't have to go back. Be open-minded, because even if you don't believe that we're made of energy, it can still work for you. And coming from a place where I had a lot of stored up negative, it has moved my entire mental state and physical state. My vibration is definitely higher, and I was able to work through a lot of blockages. If you believe in the chakras, if you do meditation, I believe in meditation. Meditation came back into my life during this time. I have done meditation for sleep for years, to deal with anxiety or insomnia, whatever, stress. But it was always just at night to go to sleep. And then with the Reiki energy healing, it brought in other things and other people. I want to share that I was exposed to Joe Dispenza, and he is all over Facebook. He does interviews with everybody. Mel Robbins, I read her book, Let Them. She also does a podcast on Facebook. Love her. My goal is to end up going to one of Joe's week-long retreats. If you're interested in watching the testimonies, he's had people go that have stage 4 cancer, and they come out and they go back and their tumor shrank, or they end up completely healed. Some of the testimonies I've watched, a lady with MS walked out of there, had enough strength to get out of her wheelchair and leave. His story's out there, so I won't say any more, except for I would strongly encourage anyone and everyone to at least take a look at what he's talking about. It's all energy based. It's all about thinking, and what you're thinking and what you're feeling, and what, how it all intertwines and plays a role in what we experience. Basically, you can be a victim of your life, and I'm this way because this happened to me, or I'm this way because this person did this to me. Or you can flip that and you can say, I don't like where I'm at, which is what I did, and so I think I'm gonna take my power back and do something about it. And I'm not gonna be a victim. I'm gonna make a choice, and I'm gonna start learning, to make decisions that are for my highest good. And I am going to take those thoughts and release them back into the universe and love and light. Anything that doesn't serve my highest good, I'm not going to spend time on that anymore. I'm not going to people please anymore. I'm going to let them, Mel Robbins, do what they need to do for them, and I'm going to stop trying to control situations that I have no control over, because that just creates stress, which just puts the body in a crazy hormone fight or flight. We do it to ourselves all the time, and then we become addicted to those hormones that get released when we're in that state of mind. So now I don't even watch a whole lot of movies. I'm careful what I let into my brain. I like music, deep calm. I like some Celtic relaxation music, chakra balancing music. I love sound. It's called a sound bath. And basically I was picturing water, right? Sound bath. I'm going to get in the water and you're going to play some sounds. No, it's not at all. There is some on YouTube, and it's just bowls, and it's frequency healing. Creating your life is a decision that you have to make. No one can make it for you. And whenever I say, I'm this way because I'm not taking responsibility, and so I'm owning my emotions, and I'm not blaming anyone. Yeah, I was a 70s latchkey kid, divorced parents, things were tough. Okay, so I've learned my lessons. I've grown into the person that I am today because I've been through everything that I've been through. And I would go through it all over again just to be where I'm at, as far as at peace with who I am. And I've gotten to be more creative through this process of reinventing myself. It's not just grind, work, get more, get better, bigger, badder, whatever. More of this, we need a better car, we need a bigger house, we need another cow, we need a bigger garden. I mean, there's always going to be stuff that I think we're just like programmed to want more, and it's so hard to finally decide, okay, you know what, I'm content. I have a roof over my head. No, it's not the fanciest house. I have land. I don't have 80 acres, which is what I used to want, but I have 9. I'm happy with that. I can have a cow. I can't milk anymore, but I can have a cow right now, and I can maybe milk again someday. I'm going to leave that open. The most important thing for me is right now, in this moment. I want to be present with my kids when I'm spending time with them. I want to be present with my friends when I'm having a conversation with them. I don't want to have a mindset of lack. I don't live in lack. I have abundance. I'm not wealthy at all, but we make enough money to pay the bills. I'm wealthy inside. That's my perspective. I don't operate out of lack. Being grateful for what I have and recognizing all that I do have and how far I've come and how much more I can learn. I have a book list now. I didn't have a book list before. I enjoy reading. I know not everybody does. There's apps for that now. You can have your phone read the book to you. But every time we learn, we create new synapses in our brain. And I believe the healthier we make our brains and the more we think positively, we know that we can control ourselves. And to some extent, what goes on in here. Because if you're feeling something and you take a minute to process it instead of react or whatever, if someone makes you mad, and then you are able to process that and release it and not give it the energy, it's a whole new life. I personally haven't gotten nearly as frustrated with anything like I used to be. Quick to get mad and quick to anger, and it's like, you want to try a diet of not judging other people. Try that for like a week, because I do believe that we are just programmed somehow that we just naturally immediately judge someone when we see them. I don't know why, I really don't, but I've noticed that it's almost a reaction. And empower yourself. You have the power to make the change. You really do. So Joe Dispenza, he's on Facebook, and I will eventually put some links. Mel Robbins, she wrote a book called Let Them. She also does podcasts. I would recommend it to anyone. It's excellent. And Mark Allen Rug, he is on Facebook. I am part of his group, The Healing Recipe. A bunch of like-minded people that we just kind of embrace the woo-woo, if you will, approach to healing. There's a lot of cancer survivors on there, and there's some people that are maybe having a remission or are either in they don't even use remission. So some people are disease-free. That's the correct terminology these days. And sometimes people have a reoccurrence. It's a very supportive community, one that I was lucky enough to stumble upon because I watched Joe D'Souza's testimonies, and then I saw Mark Rug on there, and then he's on YouTube, and so then he's on Facebook, and then he created this wonderful community. And honestly, I'd love to do the same thing. There's hope. There is hope. Please don't lose hope. And if it's not working for you, try something new. I'd love to get any feedback, comments. I'd love to know if there's other people out there that are interested in a Facebook group where we all can share our experiences and learn from each other. I also didn't even talk about my journey with crystals, learning all about crystals and the healing power of meditation with the crystal energy, and I could go on and on. But I appreciate your time, and I hope you got something from these videos, because that was my sole purpose. Encouragement, love, compassion, hope. There's other things out there. If traditional medicine is failing you, don't give up. Keep looking. You'll find something that works for you. Have a great day. Thanks.